I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch. Buy our merch.
Buy our merch, indeed. We've got another...
For the big homie Wackator.
We've got another pretty cool thingamajiggy. What's fun to do in San Francisco? San Francisco has a lot of really cool... dive bars where you can sit and people do karaoke like year round. So karaoke is the best. Anyway,
we used to do our song reactions
Yes.
by turning on the camera, recording ourselves, and then posting it for you lovely people later.
Correct.
Well, we decided one time to start doing live streams and recording them that way, and we found them to be lots more fun.
Yes.
Because now we're connected to people all over the place.
Yes.
So we are in the middle of a stream for the Wackator.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the big homie Wackator.
First song.
Boom, 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 boom.
First song we did for him was Nevermore Final Product. And now we are on to song 2, which is Pain of Salvation-Spitfall.
Yes.
Speaking of Spitfall, I'm not going to tell that story. It was gross.
Excellent. Thank you. Spitfall, Pain of Salvation. Let's go. And it's a lyric video. That's a plus. It's very spooky.
We saw you every day. With your hands on your crotch and so much to say. You went from bouncing toy cars with golden motors to you decide BMWs and the court of drugged up mothers and quotas. Name fucking fame on all photos are cheered on and applauded by even richer promoters. Now when you're a star, when you reach this far and the world really knows who you are, you show off your 6-pack Mercedes as a Greek star like they all do when the boys out your gates appall you. The only who you see is the one in your car. Do you even have a clue as to who you are? Bro, I don't think so. I'm Mercedes, man on a stiff old dog farce Republican shit car. Sick of hearing you preach to the poor like before. Well, and now you're a coward, only ready TV through your door. Getting older, take a bow and just go. The rage on the stage getting colder like your hits on the chart. Even the talk shows can still get you hard. Doing rhymes on your primetime face fights. Spitting grime in the limelight like a star gets a chip off your shoulder. A bone that rolls and rolls over and over. Nothing like a broken childhood. There's nothing like a broken home. There's nothing like a tale from your hood. There's nothing like a record of restriction orders. A spoken borderline disorders. A file a long way to the top. The longer that you pull yourself up, the longer the spitfall. the barrel every chance you get. Is that so? Empty your word and post magazine and magazine after magazine. Let every shot go, let the shit flow, cause the show must go on and on and on. You're it, bro. But it's sad to know when your star implodes, all that shit hits the fans, just like your words back when you showed. And it's getting late in the game, try to repeating your name again and again, like you're scared we'll forget it. Can't blame you, apart from that name, you're all embarrassed, we're the same. It's so lame, can't you get it? And perhaps you're right in that fear, more shade than you appear in yourself, deploring cockum sense of cock's delirium. But I say, to me you're just sweet and by the old Roman sanatorium. Broken child, it's nothing like a broken heart. It's nothing like a tear from your heart. It's nothing like a record of restriction orders, spoken borderline disorders, a mile a long way to the top. The longer that you claim that you have fought yourself, the longer the spitfall. The spitfall.
Who's he slamming in this?
Could be the music industry.
Music industry?
Wackator
No, I
said,
thought it was somebody specific.
Wackator said that they were doing this for fun.
Wait,
Now,
they did it for fun or he picked it for fun?
they did it for fun. Guys, Adam, this song came out before Tom McDonald came out with his stuff.
So if you want to say someone's a ripoff,
So they're not a Tom McDonald ripoff. Secondly,
Tom McDonald might have ripped off them.
lyrically,
It's not even the same, I don't think.
this guy is way more complex than the lyrics that Tom had. That
Right,
doesn't mean he's
right.
a better rapper. It means that Tom McDonald understands his audience, and his audience are not hip hop connoisseurs.
Right.
Anybody who knows rap knows Tom McDonald is not a bad rapper. He's a basic rapper. Like Puffy's a bad rapper. Or Diddy. People call him Diddy. He's a bad rapper.
The one you showed me last night was pretty terrible.
Which one was that?
He's saying a bunch of nonsense. It made no sense. It was this guy, he was like sitting on this thing. Shoot. We were laughing about it. He said some random stuff. Like, the lyrics didn't even make any sense.
Okay. I don't remember. But we'll look at the history. But the point is, like, Tom McDonald is not a bad rapper. He's just... He's a basic rapper. Like, it's like Dr... We used to call it... Oh, like, that nigga's Dr. Seuss. Like, you know, like the Cat in the Hat. Like, you know... Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I get what you're saying. I totally understand that.
It's Dr. Seuss,
that complex.
Dr. Seuss.
I mean... But this guy, yeah, he didn't do it quite like that.
I was at my lunch table.
Sounds to me like he's actually talking about somebody.
Yo, I lost a rap battle because I was smarter than everybody.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah.
They thought it was a dumb rap because they didn't know how it made sense?
Yeah, I said some shit like, don't get too close to see him. You're not supposed to be him. This dude out here is Dr. Seuss. I'm Solzhenitsyn. Well... They had no idea who Solzhenitsyn was. They were like, what? What? Nigga, what? Nigga, you lost, nigga. I was like, I did not lose. I'm telling you, you niggas just too stupid, bro. Read a fucking book. I was in AP English at the time. Actually, no, I did Solzhenitsyn.
Is that when you decided to chill on your...
That's when I realized I had to lower the standards.
You have to.
I could come in there with my AP English and all that shit. Yeah. I said, yeah, you're not supposed to be him. This boy's Dr. Seuss. I'm out here Solzhenitsyn. They were like, nah, bro, you lost that shit, nigga. Solzhenitsyn. Who is Solzhenitsyn? How many people you shoot, nigga? Okay. So Tom McDonald is he's a cat in the hat type rapper, and you know he understands his audience and he understands the time period. This is something completely different. This to me is these guys were like, you know what, we're gonna go completely left on our fans because this band is like a progressive band, right?
I would say so. I would say so.
These guys are like progressive, so I felt like they were like, okay, we're gonna. And if you look here,
this has to have been before he went in the hospital. That's my guess.
I don't know the timeline of the band. I mean, 2007.
2007. Wackator. Right. Do you know anything about it, or does anybody know anything about it?
Yeah, that other one.
Because when he was in the hospital, post-hospital, to me, it was so deep. This, I think he's talking about somebody specific. We saw you every day. Excuse me. That's obviously not talking about the record label.
Yeah.
With your hands on your crotch and so much to say. Honest to goodness, that never made any sense to me with rap.
Yeah, it was a decade or so before.
Right. You can tell. You can tell like his level of depth and maturity and stuff like that. Anyway, so with your hands on your crotch, that never made any sense to me. You grew up in it, so is that normal to you? Like,
yeah, it's just
one hand on your crotch and then the other one going
I'm a man,
around,
that type of thing. Like,
but your hands on your own junk,
hands on your shit. Like that's how Pac when he was dying, he said in one of his raps, "I'm gonna die with my hands on my shit." So when he was hit and he was dying on the street in Vegas, he had his hands on his shit. Like that was. I never was, you know me. I was never really into that type of shit. But yeah, like it's a masculinity thing. I always thought it was kind of weird. I was raised, you know, with Jamaican kind of mores, and you know how Jamaicans are. So, you know, my mom was like, it was about propriety and all that shit. Because my mom was on the English show. All that shit. So I never, but I was not a gangster. That's the thing. Like I wasn't born in that environment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of that shit to me was weird. You know what I mean? Like that was like crazy. Like I never tried to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't like them. I wasn't like a born and raised Bronx person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I had, but that was the thing for sure. So but if you look, there's like multiple chapters. Part 1 is introducing Star.
part 2 is thus quotes the craving, and then part 3 is redefining the vomitorium, and 4 is man of the masses, and then part 5 is yo. So it looks to me like he's coming after hip hop here. It looks to me like he's coming after rap itself.
Well,
with your hands on your crotch and so much to say, you went from bouncing toy cars with golden motors to neon strip BMWs and a court of drugged up nodders and quoters. Name fucking fame and all the photos. So that looks to me like...
I feel like it's somebody specific. You
You're
show
talking
off
about-
your 6 black Mercedes and drink Crystal Light.
Cristal.
Oh, I thought it was Crystal
So
Light.
Cristal was the drink that every... No
Like they all
time for
do.
fake ones. Sip Cristal with these real ones.
Yeah.
He said, let's
Yeah.
go. So, yeah. So this is all like... This is the hip hop I grew up with. The flashy cars. Everybody's drinking Cristal. Yada, 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 yada. It's really interesting because now when dudes are talking about alcohol, they're not talking about Cristal, any of that shit. They're talking about their own companies. So
Smart.
we've grown, and I
Smart.
think that's been great because we've always tried to. If you look at like rappers, they've always tried to jump onto white sort of companies to get sort of acceptance. Oh, I'm wearing Tommy Hilfiger, and then Tommy Hilfiger said, I don't want these niggas wearing my shit. Shout out to Tommy Hilfiger. yeah. And like Cristal and all these things. And so
Is
it's
that
like,
when
go ahead.
Fubu came out or whatever?
Fubu, nah. Fubu was around like it's kind of ran parallel, but yeah, he was kind of before his time. But he wasn't a
I
rapper.
remember when we first heard about Fubu.
He wasn't a rapper. He was just
What?
Yeah, Fubu means for us by us. For us by
What?
us. Yeah.
We were like, what? No. Yep, that's right. They
What
don't
if
want
we did
white
that?
people.
What if we did that?
Absolutely.
Called something for us by us. Yeah, it's called America, motherfucker.
No.
But yeah, there was this thing like,
Preach.
these are markers of success for white people. So let's just do that. Oh, we're wearing all the Italian shit, the white,
Yeah.
and then those people said, man, we don't like you guys. And I'm like, good, man, finally. Fucking make your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but back in the day, that's what it was. It was Cristal's, BMWs, all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of these rappers is going to figure out how to, like, make a car line.
Yeah.
So he's driving his own shit.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So anyway, that's
Why are you?
that was really interesting. Because I want to get back to the lyrics is what I'm
I
trying to
can
accomplish
easily do
here.
that.
All cheered on and applauded by even rich promoters. Now when you're a star, when you've reached this far and the world really knows who you are, really, and you show off your 6 black Mercedes and drink Cristal like they all do, and the poor outside your gates appall you, and the only hood you see is the one on your car. Do you even have a clue as to who you are?
Saying he's not real, right? To me, it sounded like he was going against this person for talking like they came from the hood and they came up like it was all like. You remember that story about that kid that he listened to so much rap that then he wanted to be a part of that culture, and so he moved out of his parents' house and went to live with somebody else so he could live it hard, like because.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
it
in
had
the '90s, Snoop, you had all these people leaving the suburbs to go to Compton, California, to gangbang with Crips. This shit was crazy to me.
Right.
It was absolutely crazy to me.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it looked like that's what he was talking about in here.
What?
Because he says there's nothing like a broken child. Because before he was saying the only hood you see is the one in your car. Do you even have a clue as to who you are? Bro, I don't think so. I mean, Mercedes, man, what a stiff, old, dull farts Republican shit car. Okay.
Sick of hearing you preach to the poor like before. Only now you're a card, only letting TV through your door.
What's that supposed to mean?
This just to me looks like...
Getting older, take a bow and just go.
Yeah. This just to me seems like a guy who's not part of a culture, doesn't
Criticizing
understand
it.
what the fuck he's talking about, and is making comments that he has no clue about. So, for example, he says, the only hood is the hood of your car. Why are you still talking about the hood? Do you even know he... That's because when niggas go back to the hood, they kill him. So that's why the only hood is the hood of his car. It's because he doesn't want to die, because they'll kill him. Like Nipsey. Nipsey went back to his hood, tried to build up the hood, and they killed him. Big went to California, they killed him. So there's just a lot of cultural markers that this dude doesn't understand. He doesn't get it because he's not from that world. So he's an outsider who's commenting on people from a whole different universe from him. He has no idea what he's talking about. But it's fun because He's rapping, and it's something that's like completely. I mean, he knows this song is never going to get played on MTV, so he's not going to get any backlash for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at him because, I mean, if you grew up in America, this is how it is. People are not going to get you, and they're going to judge you and say all types of crazy shit. You're so fucking lost with all the costs. You still don't see that. He's probably talking about Puffy here, to be honest with you.
I'm like, I think he's talking about somebody.
And one thing you fail to buy yourself is a personality. You're trapped in the moment. Okay, all right. All right. I mean, here's what I'll say about this song. The last 2.5 minutes of the song were great for me, and I felt like if they would have cut out 3 minutes and made the song more of that, it would have got a really, really high score for me, regardless of the lyrical content.
So for me, I found the song. Okay, I love Pain of Salvation, but I do not like this version of Pain of Salvation. I think the reason I like Pain of Salvation is because I was introduced more in the after, when he was suffering and afterwards, and I think that it changed him a lot as a person, and I like those changes. I like the musical style of those. This to me it felt okay. I'm not saying that I don't know how much time or whatever he put into it. It felt sloppy to me.
DJ Franco in the house.
It didn't feel like it flowed very good. I felt confused for some of it, what's happening. And I think that when you said, this sounds like somebody who's outside of a culture trying to put commentary on it, I just felt like if that's what was happening with the lyrics, that was also what was happening with the sound.
Yeah.
So I was not a fan of this one.
Like I said, if you listen to the song again, you probably won't. If you listen to the song again, if you look at the last 2.5 minutes,
yeah,
it was really good. And the chorus was good. I forgot how good this guy's voice was. His singing voice is amazing.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. I just think that I get it. I respect the rap. Lyrically, he wasn't. I'll say this: when Fred Durst would rap, it's kind of a little bit insulting to me, honestly. It's like you're taking our art form and you're not even trying to if I'm gonna pick up a guitar, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Try,
right.
Fred.
Try.
This guy, he said, you know what, I'm gonna sit and write a rap song, but he's like, I'm not gonna write no whack shit. You gotta give him his respect as a rapper.
Yeah, with the rhyme schemes, you mean?
Yeah, he did good. He did a really good. He can rap. Content wise, I don't know.
But it didn't sound good.
Well, no, it's just when I play.
When I like a rap song, it sucks me in. I can't stop listening to that soul one.
Yeah, but
I can hear it in my head right now.
Yeah, but he's been doing that his whole life.
Yeah, babe, it's my opinion that I don't like this song, and if I heard this song, I would never buy this album.
I'm saying I don't like the song either. What I'm saying is the fact that it's not a very good, you're comparing him to Meek Mill, who's been rapping his entire life in Philly. Philly, aside from New York, lyrically speaking, that's all they do. That's all them boys do all day. That's all they do. So you can't compare him to Meek Mill. I mean, he's not going to have the flow because he's outside of his genre. I wasn't criticizing. I was just saying, I understand why. What do you get the song?
He did indeed do it all for the nookie. Okay. River. What? I already gave it a 5.5, baby.
You give it a 5?
A 5.5.
I got to ride for my band. Look.
No, I don't like it. Don't like it.
I don't agree with the message at all. I think I just think it's silly for people to even try to. It's just so weird. I was talking to one of my trans friends. About a situation.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I'm an outsider looking. I'm interpreting it like this.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
But I know that there's a trillion blind spots because I'm not fucking trans. Right. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
You people think because you have a friend or two, then now you're down with the struggle. No, you're not. I got trans friends here. Some of them are pretty close to us. But I don't know their struggle.
Right.
I would never even presume to jump on and comment on what trans people are saying about their own life. I would never do that because I'm too prideful.
That was
It's
unexpected.
not because I'm a good person. It's because I'm prideful. I don't want to get up there and say some dumb shit, and then somebody says, this is a glaring error. This motherfucker knows nothing about what he's talking about. I wouldn't do that. Why certain people believe that they can just comment on other people's cultures and things like that, like being complete from the outside, is beyond me. There's only one group of people that really do it consistently. Why y'all do that, I have no idea.
Hey! Yo! You just
What do you mean?
threw me under the bus with all of my people?
I didn't throw you under the bus.
Oh my god, babe.
See,
Fix
that's a law. He's
Honestly,
saying,
our
stop
TV
stop falsely accusing my servant. That's what
Our
he said.
TV has been shutting off randomly. Vin blames the remote. I'm blaming this channel. We're gonna have to quit the channel.
Sell that last NFT for $1 million.
Anyway,
We would still do the channel.
babe, give it your rating, please.
All right. I got to ride with my guy. I can't give him a low. Look, 8.5. I'm going to give it an 8.5 for its lyrical contents. You people are going to say that I'm like giving it a whatever.
Okay,
But look, he came with the heat. He tried to do something different. It didn't necessarily land. The last 2.5 minutes were great. 8.5 for me. Go ahead.
So, what would you give it if it was? Forget about the lyrical content. What it sounded like.
What it sounded like? Well, the cadence was choppy. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So I'd probably get like a 4 if I didn't have to consider the lyrical content.
Okay, moving right along.
I didn't enjoy
Pain of Salvation,
it
we
as
still
a
like
song.
you.
But shout out to Pain of Salvation.
Yes, we just like your older stuff, the more mature stuff. All right, well, there you have it. Oh, look at that.
What?
Adam gives it a 6.9. Vin out?
It was 9 for me, but after Vin's commentary, it could be an 8.
Babe, go. Vin out.
Yeah, but Sean, he's speaking as a musician about other musicians who are selling out, doing exactly the same as everyone else in their genre. Yeah, Sean, from that perspective, I guess you could say that he's speaking from the inside, but he's not. He's talking about very specific kinds of musicians, right? He's talking about our folks. And look, our folks are not above reproach. I'm just saying that it's clear to me that the homie didn't have enough information in his criticism. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's what I'm saying. And that's a danger that happens when you're a person from an outsider's perspective. That becomes dangerous. That's what I'm saying. So if you have these big, long, drawn-out commentaries about people in other cultures and how they go about doing their business, it's America. You can say what you want, but you end up in a situation where you expose yourself to a lot of rhetorical vulnerability because you're going to make mistakes because you don't know certain things. So, for example, he makes a comment about the only hood was the hood of your car, blah, blah, blah. That's a silly thing to say. Because when rappers get famous and when rock stars get famous, their neighborhoods treat them very differently. I have rock star friends, and they tell me that when they go back to their neighborhoods, people say all types of shit about them. They talk shit about them behind their back, etc., etc. I don't even have famous rap friends,
Right.
and dudes are trying to kill him. It's just different. But he doesn't understand that because he's a, whatever. So that's all I was saying. But you have to separate the message sometimes from the art. If I'm looking at the lyricism and what he did sonically at the chorus, he did a great job.
You're cute.
But nobody's gonna let me off the hook on that one. Ariana's next, you losers. Been out.
Sorry out.
Gone.